Safe Passage is, like we were talking about it this morning, he's starting to come to form.
He is at the weights as well. He can't be left out. I think for the first time in about a year and a half, I've seen him happy in his work, breathing well, moving well. It's just a lot of good happening for him at the moment. I thought his last run, needing it quite badly, was a really good run. And he comes off a rest. You know, we actually sent him out to Jane Thomas. I hadn't sent him out to spell before. He's always just rested at the stables. And we rested him away from the stables. And I think it's made a big difference to him. Got a good attitude. He's got some good form around some really good horses when he had a lot more weight. So I think he's not dead in this field, I can tell you that.
You've got Schumacher coming back from obviously the bleeding in the July, so he should be coming back to form quite nicely.
Yeah, he's had a fairly long build-up. You know, we just, obviously with the bleeding now, we've had to just really reassess how we train him. He's always had a ability, but there's always been something holding him back. Again, I can't fault his prep. He's coming off a rest, so one would expect him to improve. But he's one of those horses that when things go right for him, he's got a good kick, you know, and he could be, you know, all over them.
In my fancy Silver Sanctuary, she's doing well and she's got Group 1 form. She's got to be a big runner as well.
Yeah, this filly's also had a nice rest, very fresh. I was very impressed by her last start, given how much work we had into her. One's got to believe she's right on top of those fillies that ran ahead of her last time, and I think she could turn the tables on them. She's got the form to do it, put it that way. I like her prep. She's going the right way. She should go very well, yeah, and then obviously the long-term Golden Summer Cup. Zenobia, emergency acceptor, he gets in, or reserve runner, whatever they want to call it these days. He has yet to prove that he's up to this quality. So we'll have to see on that. He's one of those horses, he's a bit hot and cold.
In the 3 fillies, Champagne Cocktail, Forgiveness and Little Mary Sunshine.
Yeah, quite an interesting bunch in good places at the weights. Forgiveness, I've been very impressed with the last 2 starts. Yeah, and she's got some very good early form. She's still a well-handicapped filly, if you ask me. If you look at her early form in the Oaks trial and races like that, she has got the ability to run very well in a listed race. Champagne Cocktail, just everything went pear-shaped for her. She looked very promising, then went off completely. A few months in the paddock at Maritzfontein, she's come back a bigger, stronger, different horse, training very, very well. The thing against her is obviously the rest.
Little Mary Sunshine?
Little Mary Sunshine's very honest, hard knocker. She comes off 2 really good runs, so I'm expecting her to run well.
Then in race 9, Aragosta, Marauding Horde. Let's start with Aragosta first.
Aragosta hasn't had a good prep. He come off a temperature and a bit of a virus, so we're quite behind the 8 ball with him. I mean, 2-4 he stays, but I think it's going to be difficult to come out, given the amount of work he has, and win. I mean, he could run well, but I'm expecting him to get a bit tired. Marauding Horde is a horse I've always been impressed by. Progressive. Was a very immature 3-year-old. I thought his win was full of merit. I'm backing him up quite quickly, but he was quite fit for that first start, and I think that should have brought him on. He pulled up very well. He can't be without a chance here. I really believe his early form as a 3-year-old puts him right in this race.
You heard it from Michael. He's got a lot of runners on Saturday on Light Steel Road Day, and let's hope his horses run well. Thank you for his honesty and his input for his runners on Saturday.